Shed is a project that my husband and I started thinking about 6 or 7 years ago and opened 4 years ago. As longtime residents of this community and as farmers with a little farm in Dry Creek Valley, we started thinking about having a place in town that really highlighted the agricultural kind of heritage of Healdsburg, which is really rich. There's just there's a great story of growing food here. So this is our produce section, which is stocked by the produce from our local farms, and we really have so many great farms right in the area within a 10-mile radius that most of the produce here is from farms that local.
As chefs and my guys, you know, we just are thrilled by ingredients, and it's what drives the menu. You know, those farmers make our life easier. And I feel honored to be kind of in the line of on the person that really gets to really play with them and create with them and serve them, and then hopefully our guests are that final kind of timeline, if you will, where they actually get to sit and really enjoy.
He really finds a way of layering in those things that sort of evoke the fields and the herb garden and the flowers in the orchard, and you really feel and see and taste that in a dish. So if I described our food, I would just say what we're trying to do is we are trying to reflect this place, and we are trying to reflect what comes into us from the beautiful farms around us.
You know, no white tablecloths, come in here, sandals and board shorts, have a wonderful day in Sonoma County, but we're gonna feed you really, really good food in the process.
Welcome to Home Farm. This is our home and our farm, and we have lived here for about 22 years, and we're standing right now in our kitchen garden, which is where we originally started growing food for our family. So we had just all kinds of vegetables and herbs and flowers here. Since we've started Shed and become a little bit more of a market farm, this has been turned into a garden where we grow lots of herbs and edible flowers.
So all the buckets from Shed with our waste from the kitchen and scraps come to Home Farm, and then we'll put it on the pile that we're building now. Then I'll turn that after 4 to 5, 6 weeks, and this is a pile that's been decomposing, and then it gets finished off over here, and this is what we get to put on our field. So this is one of the more interesting parts of Home Farm. We're actually growing a dozen varieties of lettuces within our orchard rows. So we have a beehive here, and you can see all the bees coming in with tons of pollen packed on its back. So they're finding a lot of yummy, delicious flowers out there.
Over the years, as we farmed this little piece of heaven here, we became part of the agricultural community. We just saw a need to kind of connect what we were doing out on the farm and do something in town. And it felt like to have a central place to be able to come together around food. It was just a natural extension of what we're doing here. And when we founded Shed, we started, before we ever opened our doors, with a little research project. And we went to our local museum and did a lot of reading and about the history of this place and what had come before us. And this right behind you, this screen here is a little screen of 6 vignettes that talk about Healdsburg and canning here and what was grown. So I really wanted to be rooted in the past. I wanted to be very much a part of the present, but Shed is really about looking forward.
freshly milled crackers.
So one of the big parts when you come to Shed is educating us customers here, which is what Cindy does. And of course I'm at the bar, that's where she's gonna find me. So what are you gonna make for me, Cindy?
Well, I wanted to make a shrub for you today.
A shrub. Now what is a shrub for folks who don't know?
It is not a bush. We do have people come in some days and say, can you make one of those bush drinks for me? But a shrub is it's a drink that was kind of established in this country in the colonial times. And it was meant to be a drink that preserved fruits really quickly and then into a little cordial that could be mixed with water.
Cheers. Oh, that's great. That's refreshing. Very refreshing. Oh my goodness, yeah. So now I'm just gonna cozy up to these people. Maybe I'll share my drink with them and they'll share their food, right? Yeah. Tried.
We want to pique people's interest and curiosity, and we want to find ways to delight them with tastes and just the things that we're doing here and the events that we have upstairs. So it's really important to us that we're part of the community and that we represent the community as best we can, the farming community, and that also we just find a place to pull everybody in, you know, and at whatever level of interest or understanding they have, just to start there.